Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Qianhui. Today, we are going to do a presentation for our Human Anatomy Practical 3 and Practical 4. Practical 3 is a digestive system, and Practical 4 is a cardiovascular and reproductive system. In our group, we have me, Kelvy, Ewan, and Chloe. All our slides are observed using the Olympus CX23 microscope. This is a slide showing the accessory organ liver. This is called lobules, and this is called the central vein. This is the portal area of the liver. Next. This is a slide showing the liver portal area, this is the
hepatocytes, and the white lines are sinusoids.
Now, I'm going to show you guys the pancreas of human under microscope. In this slide, we can see that this is dark. This is pancreatic acini. This is pancreatic islet. It has both endocrine and exocrine function. The exocrine portion of the pancreas, which include the pancreatic acini, will produce the digestive enzyme. And the endocrine parts, which include the pancreatic islet, which will produce the hormones.
Hi, I'm Ewan. So I'm going to introduce you the alimentary canal, which is the colon. As you can see on the slides, this is the large intestine which being dissected from our human body. Next, this is the slides being shown under microscope with the magnification of 10 times. So the first layer is called mucosa, second layer submucosa, third layer is muscular coat, which consists of inner circular layer and outer longitudinal layer. The last layer is subserosa over here. So this is the goblet cells, and the layer of mucosa is muscularis. Next, I will show you these slides which being shown under microscope with the magnification of 40 times. As you can see, the white color here is intestinal crypts, and all these spherical cells is called columnar epithelium, and this is the nucleus. So lamina propria is shown here. Yeah, this is the lamina propria. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Chloe, and today I'd like to introduce the alimentary canals duodenum. Here is the image that we took under microscope. First, let me introduce you the mucosa, which is the innermost layer of duodenum, and the serosa is the outermost layer of duodenum. Here is the microvilli, which move the nutrients from the lumen, and this is the lumen. Next, this is the duodenal glands, and this is the macularis mucosae, which is made up of smooth muscle tissues. And the last one is laminate porphyry, as you can see, it's around here. And this is all for me. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, my name is Chloe, and today I'd like to introduce the oral cavity, which is the mouth. And this is the lips. And this is the hard palate, soft palate, and this is the uvula. And this is the tongue. Next, let me introduce 3 types of salivary glands, which are the parotid salivary glands, submandibular glands, and the last one is the sublingual salivary glands. Next, let me introduce the teeth, which is the next part of the oral cavity. First, let me introduce this is the hard palate, and this is the crown. Next, this is the incisors, canines, premolar, and followed by the molars. Thank you for your attention. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Qianhui. I'm going to introduce the pharynx part. This is the nasopharynx, and further in is the oropharynx, and then more further in is the laryngopharynx.
This is the pharyngeal tonsil. This is the tubal tonsil. This is the palatine tonsil, and this is the lingual tonsil.
This is the esophagus. I'm going to introduce the stomach. This is the cardiac region, and this is the fundus. This is the body. This is the pyloric region, and this is the pyloric sphincter. The rugae is inside the stomach, and this is a greater curvature, and this is a lesser curvature. And the greater omentum is extend from the greater curvature of the stomach to the transverse column.
Hello everyone, I'm Kelvy. Today I'm going to introduce the small intestine and the large intestine. This is small intestine. The jejunum is a part of the small intestine located between the duodenum and the lineum. Lineum is located between the jejunum and the large intestine. This is the large intestine. This is ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon. This is sigmoid colon, which has a distinctive S shape, and this is rectum. And the next one is cecum. This is appendix which attached to the cecum. This is tenia coli. This is haustra. It looks like a small pocket that appear along the large intestine.
Hi guys, my name is Ewan. So I'm going to introduce you our human body liver. As you can see, this is the anterior surface, and this is the left lobe, this is the right lobe, and over here this is the coronary ligament, and this is the round ligament, gallbladder. Following next, this is the posterior surface, and this is the caudate lobe, this is the quadrate lobe, and this is the gallbladder. And then here is the fundus, body, neck, and then this is a cystic duct, and over here the opposite one is common bile duct. Right, next I'm going to introduce our pancreas. As you can see, this is the pancreas and this is the spleen. So over here, the green color one is connected to gallbladder, and this is the tail. Over here, body and head over here.
Hi, I'm Xian Hui. Now we are going to introduce the slides in Practical 4, the cardiovascular system. All our slides are observed using Nikon Eclipse E100. Now I'm going to introduce the slides of blood smear. We can see erythrocytes in the slides, which is also called as red blood cells. And this is called neutrophil, and this is called lymphocyte. The normal range of neutrophils is 60 to 70% of the white blood cell. And for the lymphocytes, the normal range is 20 to 25% of the white blood cell. Next, this is called monocyte. The normal range of monocyte is 3% to 8% of the white blood cell. And this is called eosinophil. Eosinophil has 2 to 4% of the normal range in the white blood cell. Next, this is called basophil. The normal range of basophil is 0.5% to 1% of the white blood cell. And this is called platelets. The function of the platelets is to prevent and stop bleeding. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kelvi. Now I'm going to share with you guys the skeletal muscle tissue, which is the striated muscle that we observe under the microscope. In this slide, we can see that this is muscle fiber, this is nuclear, and this is striation in striated muscle.
Alright, so next I'm going to show you the cardiac muscle of transverse section and longitudinal section. So where can we get the cardiac muscle? It's from the wall of the heart, and when we put it under microscope for 100 magnification, what we can see are nucleus and interconnected discs over here. Alright, so that's all for the cardiac muscle. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe, and today I'd like to introduce the artery. And this is the image that we took under microscope, and this is the 40 times magnifications. First, let me introduce you. This is the nervus vascularum, vasa vascularum, and this is the smooth muscles. Moving on, this is the external elastic membranes, and the last one is endothelium. Moving on to the next slide. Here come to the vein, and this is the 40 times magnification too. First, let me introduce you. This is the tunicus external, tunicus internal, tunicus medial, and this is the lumen, and the last one is endothelium. Last, let me introduce you the 3-layer vein, and this is the 40 times magnification too. First, this is the tunica adventitia, tunica media, tunica intima, smooth muscles, and the last one is epithelium. That's all from me. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Tian Hui. I'm going to introduce the external structure of human heart. Human heart has 4 chambers, which are right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. We have the superior vena cava, and this is the ascending aorta, aortic arch, and this is the pulmonary trunk. This is the auricle of right atrium, and this is the auricle of left atrium. Next. This is the left pulmonary artery, and these are the left pulmonary veins. This is the left subclavian artery, left common carotid artery, and brachiocephalic trunk. This is called the descending aorta, and this is the right pulmonary artery, and these are right pulmonary veins. This is also the inferior vena cava. In the heart wall, we have 3 layers, which are the outermost layer is visceral pericardium, followed by myocardium and endocardium. Next, I'm going to introduce the internal structure of human heart. This is also called the right atrium, right ventricle, and this is called tricuspid valve, and this is called pulmonary valve, and in between the two ventricles, this is called interventricular septum. For the left side of the heart, this is called left atrium, left ventricle, and in between them, it has a mitral valve, and this is called aortic valve. This is called chordae tendineae, and this is the capillary muscles. That's all for the structure of the heart. Thank you.
I'm Kelvin. Today, I'm going to share with you guys the path of blood flow through the heart. The blood circulation of the human body belongs to the double circulation. The circulation of blood between the heart and the lung is called the pulmonary circulation, and the circulation between the heart and the other parts of the body is called systemic circulation. The right and the left side of your heart work together to make sure blood flow throughout your whole body. Therefore, blood flows through your heart in a series of steps. We start with the deoxygenated blood, returning to the heart from the inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava. This blood empties into the right atrium. Then, tricuspid valve open to let the blood travels from your right atrium to your right ventricle. The right ventricle then contracts, ejecting the blood through the pulmonary valve into the pulmonary artery. This is an artery that carries the blood away from the heart, but it is still deoxygenated blood. The pulmonary artery branches and carry blood to the left and the right lung to receive oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. After the blood leaves the lungs, the oxygenated blood travels from your lungs to your left atrium by the pulmonary veins. The pulmonary veins empty the blood into the left atrium. Mitral valve open to send blood from your left atrium to your left ventricle. The left ventricles then contract, ejecting the blood through the aortic valve into the aorta and onto the rest of the body.
Hi guys, my name is Chloe, and today I'd like to introduce you the male reproductive systems. First, looking at the slide, this is the anterior sections and this is the sagittal sections for the male reproductive systems. Next, let me introduce you, this is the ureter, and this is the urinary bladder, and this is the ductus deferens, this one. Next, this is the seminal vesicle. And now, let me introduce you, this is the prostate gland, and this is the urethra. Next, this is the epidermis, testis, penis, and this is the gland penis. Moving on to the sagittal section, this is the pelvic bone, and this is the prostate gland, as I mentioned just now, and this is the urethra. And the last one for the sagittal section, this is the scrotum. Moving on to the next slide, this is the overview of the male reproductive systems. As I mentioned before, this is the bladder, this is the pelvic bone, and this is the penis, and this is the urethra, scrotum, testicle, epidermis, and the prostate. Next, let me introduce, this is the rectum, and this part is the ejaculator duct, seminal vesicles, and the last one is a vas deferens. That's all for me. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, I'm Ewan. So I'm going to introduce you the female reproductive system. Over here, this is the uterine tube, and here is the ovary. Following by this is the urinary bladder, and the blue color here one is pubic symphysis. This is the para-urethral glands. Over here, the lower one is labium majus, and the upper one is called labium minus. And this is the urethra. Following next, this is the cervix, and here is the rectum. Over here, this is the vagina, and this is the greater vestibular gland, which is called as Bartholin's gland. Following next, this is the uterus, which I have zoomed in, and there are consists of 3 walls. The first one is myometrium, second one is called parametrium, the third one, the inner one, is called endometrium. Alright, that's all for female reproductive system.
So that's all for our presentation. You guys remember to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah! Bye! Bye!